We are now recording. So welcome to our Thursday call. Sorry to be coming to you with distractions in the back of me. I am currently at Detroit Airport, but like I promised you all, no matter where I am, what I'm doing, every Thursday at 11 o'clock, I promise to come through to you. It's currently like 50 degrees and rainy and cold, but I came up here to United Wholesale Mortgage, which I'll get into a little bit later. Is our biggest lender with the best rates that we currently have right now. And I'm going to get into a little of those programs and how they're going to benefit you and your clients. But today I want to talk about what I sent out to you in the email. The biggest obstacle that holds realtors back. And I know you all are guessing, gee, Linda, what is it? Is it the inventory? Is it interest rates? Is it that a hurricane just passed through Florida and people are afraid to buy in Florida? But I got to tell you, no matter what you're thinking, you're all wrong on what you think the biggest obstacle that holds agents back is. Because the biggest obstacle holding you back today, tomorrow, and the next day is you. And I know that sounds a little harsh, and today may be a little bit harsh, but it is always the agent that holds them back. I have thought of myself and my role over the past years. Am I your managing broker? That's what it says on my business card. That's what they tell me it is. Sometimes I feel like I'm your firefighter. You only call me when things are going sideways and west, and I come there with my fire extinguisher and put out your fires. And other days, I am your chief motivational officer. And that is exactly what I am today. I'm going to be your chief motivational officer, and we're going to talk about that biggest obstacle that holds everybody back, and it's themselves. And I know you've all heard me tell you my favorite slogan out there has always been Nike's just do it. Everyone makes excuses from it starting to a diet to it starting our business ritual to whatever it is. People have made excuses through time. I do it with diets, exercise. It's too cold out. It's too hot out. It's raining. My back hurts. I don't want to sweat. These are all the reasons why I shouldn't go run. But somehow or another, I tell myself at the end of it, Linda, just do it. No secret. I'm 52 years old. In order to keep physically fit, I got to run every day. So I make excuses in my head. But let's talk about the excuses and the things that are holding you back. Now, we all know, like I said, dieting and everything, everyone says, well, I'll wait till I start on Monday. But we're going to talk about the real excuses and the reasons that hold most realtors back from the biggest success that they can have. I've talked to you all in my calls about reaching out to your past clients, reaching out to your sphere of influences, reaching out to for sale by owners, absentee owners, all these sources of business, expired listings. But what is the biggest reason that you're not calling them on a regular basis? Biggest reason number one is the fear of rejection. Everyone has it. We're afraid of being rejected. But you know what, folks? It is just that. People hang the phone up on you. But out of all the ones that hang the phone up with someone is going to say yes, come over and tell me if you can list my house. It's hard. Listen, I have it worse than you guys. I recruit agents. I have to call realtors on a daily basis. I've got to call you guys. So you want to talk about the fear of rejection. You're all either out stepping into a closing, you're with clients. I get hung up on. I go home to my boyfriend at night and tell him to hold me a little bit more because I've been rejected all day long. But every day I still get up and do it and dial another 20 realtors. And it's not always fun. So that's the biggest thing is getting over that fear of rejection. And yeah, people are going to hang up. People are going to tell us they're not interested. But then you have to know that there's one that's going to say, yes, Elaine, absolutely. Come over tonight and tell me what you think you can list my house at. And that's just fear of failure. We're all afraid of failure. No one wants to fail. But fear of failure is out there. But it's also, are you fearing the failure or are you looking forward to the success? You have to change your mindset just a little bit and focus on, I can do this. Because let's take a look. Go through the MLS and look at a bunch of other realtors that have listings out there. Go in your social media and look at the ones that are listing over and over again. If they can do it, you certainly can do it. The other biggest thing holding you back is you focus on the outcome. You make that one call and they don't want it, and you're just focusing on whether they're going to set the appointment, and you're not focusing on more of the details. The details being, How many calls do I need to make every day to get to that one appointment? Do I need to make 10 calls? Do I need to make 20 calls? Is it going to be 30 calls? How many do I need to make to get to that listing appointment to get in someone's living room? Don't always just focus on the immediate outcome of that call. Look at the big picture. All right, next on my list is I have procrastination. And listen, I raised two kids and I've learned all about procrastination every time their science project was due. Because they would come to me at 10 o'clock at night and say, Mom, my science project is due tomorrow. So I know about procrastination and we all do it. I'm not going to start this diet today. I'm going to wait till Monday because it's Thursday. Why should I start now? Or, gosh, I'm not going to start this regimen now. The holidays are coming. I'll just wait till January 1st. But whatever it is, it's always an excuse why you're not going to start now. And this is something internally you just have to overcome and get the procrastination out. The next is probably setting your expectations too high. I'm going to get on the phone today. I'm going to set 7 appointments. Folks, that's just not the reality. You're probably going to have to go through 20 expired listings before one may even speak with you, let alone set the appointment. The reality is that we have to set our expectations just a little bit lower. Otherwise, we continue to have that fear of not being successful, that fear of rejection. So if you set them a little bit lower. Next is not being consistent. We've seen this with mailouts. Everyone have told you if you want to be successful with direct mailouts, you have to do it repetitively at least 6 times. Personally, I'm not a fan of mailouts. Everybody has known this. It's a very passive way of marketing. I have no control over the outcome. I don't know how many people pick it up, read it, throw it in the garbage. I can't track it. However, with making phone calls, I can absolutely track the outcome of it, but I'm consistent about it. I can't do it one day, pick up the phone, call 20 people and say, oh, that didn't work today, because I'm going to do it the following day. I'm going to do it on Wednesday and I'm going to do it on Thursday and I'm going to do it on Friday. And if I still didn't get an appointment the following Monday, I'm going to pick up the phone and dial again. And I'm going to do it again. And remember, I'm not asking you to completely cold call. I'm asking you to call your sphere of influence, people you know, your past clients you've done business with, a for sale by owner, somebody we know wants to sell, an expired listing, somebody who's tried to sell in the past, and the only one that may be a little bit cold is an absentee owner that lives out of state that you're calling to say, hey, do you know what your home in South Florida is worth? Are you considering selling? I'm not asking you to call random pick numbers out of the phone book or anything like that. It's always people that you've either had a relationship with or want to sell. The other one on my list is a lack of self esteem. And listen, I know this more than anybody else because I've always had a lack of self esteem and it's about putting myself. And the only way I can truly tell anyone to get over this is to do affirmations in the morning. And I had to do this myself. Every morning, I would wake up and say, I am a great recruiter. The phone makes me money. I am great at my job. And after a couple good pump me ups, maybe playing a song that's going to get you motivated. I've heard somebody tell me that they play Don't Stop Believing by Journey every morning on their way to work and it gets them motivated. Whatever it is to you to build your self esteem, do it. I used to wear a suit every single day to work to the office because it built my self esteem. I felt when I was in a suit and I was dressed better than everybody else, it demanded attention. Still does. I won't deny it. And I'll challenge you to it. Walk into your local bank one day dressed in jeans or, sorry, my excuse for what I'm wearing today, but I'm traveling. And then walk in the following day in a suit and see how much differently you're treated. So I will say that whatever's going to help you build your self esteem, go out and do it. The last thing on my list is distractions. We all have those distractions. I will be the first one to say, I can't work at home. If I work at home, I get up and I think, I'm going to throw in a load of laundry. I'm going to make myself a snack. While I'm eating, I'll flick on the TV. And before you know it, I'm bad 80 movie into it during or watching Lifetime TV at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So whatever is distracting you in your life, find a way to alter it. So if it means going into the office daily and getting up and that morning when you want to make my call, so I have no distractions, no kids, no laundry, no refrigerator. If I'm going to go into the office, whatever it may be to get you just undistracted, do that. So with that, And I hope it's not harsh to tell you all that it's you that's holding you back, but it's the reality of it, folks. It's what I see more than anything in my past 30 years, and I'm here to make you succeed. Remember, if you want to do any business planning with me, this is the time to start writing your business plan for 2023. I'm taking appointments in the office. I will block out an entire hour to hour and a half just for you, just to talk about your business, just to talk about how we can elevate you in 2023. If you want to sign up for my coaching, it's free. Anywhere else in the industry, you're going to pay anywhere from $700 to $1,200 a month for private coaching. I'm willing to do it for you all for free because I do believe in all of you. I believe all of you can reach all of your goals to hit the number of listings and sales you want. That'll take you to the financial that you want. That'll take you to your personal goals that you want. Um, and before we wrap up today, like I said, I'm up here in Detroit. I came to see United Wholesale Mortgages. They are our biggest lender in the US. I was literally blown away by their campus. Their campus alone is 1.5 million square feet under air. They employ over 7,000. I met my direct underwriting team. So every time I send them loans, I'm literally shaking hands with my underwriters. But besides that, we talked about some great programs that are really going to make a difference in all of your lives. The one being out there, and we talked about them all along, with our interest rates rising, is the ARM. It's everyone knows what an ARM is. It's an adjustable rate mortgage, which means for the first couple of years they're paying one rate, then it adjusts to another rate, and then it readjusts again. The other one that they're rolling out right now is called a 2-1 buy down. And what this means is that, and a lot of times we have the seller pay for it, is it's buying down the rate. And it's great for what's happening right now. I mean, we're almost at like 6.5%. So for the first year, it buys it down by 2 points. So it's putting it down to 4.5. Great interest rate, right? That's where we were a couple of years ago. Then the year after that, it goes to 5.5, and then it would readjust. The beautiful thing, and I don't have a crystal ball, I can't predict the future, but I can guarantee you that within the next 18 to 24 months, we're going to be refinancing everybody and getting them a better rate. So before their 2-1 buy down is to expire, we're going to refinance them and get them a better rate before they go to that 6.5. Now, in conjunction with this, there's a lot of times we can get them what's called lender credits to buy down their rate. So they're not buying it down. So if the buyer buys it down from 6.5 to 5.5, or even maybe to 4.5, buys it down by 2 points, then that 2-1 buy down can be on top of it, and bam, my buyer's down to 3%, right? That's amazing. Why wouldn't we do that all day long? The next thing we rolled out is basically they put in almost a robotic underwriter. And the greatest thing about this, and I know I've talked to you all about the to be determined loans, so when you meet your client and you're getting them pre-qualified now and pre-approval, and I meet with them and I take all their documents, instead of putting it through a DU, which is just a software program and it gives us a basic desktop underwriting, not the greatest thing, listing agents ask for it, I'm going to put them into a program that gives me an approval. It gives me an actual loan approval. And in 72 hours, if I don't hear from an underwriter, that loan approval is actually a hard approval. But it generates and spits out an approval letter. So before you start shopping with your buyer, I have a hard approval. Imagine the dynamics of the changes of what's going to happen with your when you put your offer in, that you're not submitting it with a DU or a pre-approval letter. I'm sending you off with a hard approval to submit to that listing agent. It changes the dynamics greatly. And the other greatest program I saw them roll out, and if any of you are working with jumbo, jumbo means probably anything over $750,000 in loans. So there's $1 million, $2 million. Almost every product out there and standard in our entire industry is that those people have to put a minimum of 20% down. So if someone's shopping for 1.5, they have to put $300,000 down. Well, guess what? A lot of our buyers are approved for that, but they don't always have the liquid assets to put down. Well, UWM just rolled out this great program that they can do it for little as 3.5% down. So that changes everything. So your $1.5 million buyer may all of a sudden go up to 2.5. Guess what that means to you folks? That is an extra $30,000 in commission. I don't know about you, but I know I could use an extra $30,000 in commission this year just because my buyer had a better loan program than the norm and what's being offered industry wide. So if you want any more information on this, you can always contact me out of this call. It's getting to our point where I try to keep it sweet, short, and to the point. I know we're all busy and have our personal lives. Once again, I want to thank you for joining me. I am so committed to you all, to your success. And I'm sitting here in an airport getting ready to catch my flight home to Fort Lauderdale. Can't wait to get out of this rainy, gray state, get back to Fort Lauderdale where it's nice and sunny. But if you need any more help on any of these loan things, pre-qualifying any of your buyers, getting strategic out there, if you just want some coaching, some motivation, or if you want to sit down for my business planning, please contact me outside of this. As always, if you've got any questions, concerns, or conundrums, I'm always available outside of this call. You got about 45 minutes till my flight takes off, then it's going to be about 3 hours before you can reach me again. But until that time, I'm always available for everyone. As I said, my role is not only managing broker, chief firefighter, also chief motivational officer, whatever other title, as long as it's nice, you can put on me. But I'm here for all of that. And until then, everyone, go out and make it a great day.